Coming up next on Arizona Horizon, the percentage of Arizona homes with underwater mortgages is down dramatically. We'll get an update. We'll also look at a local company that's producing templates for mobile apps. And we'll learn about a new art form that combines jazz, poetry, and opera. Those stories next on Arizona Horizon.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of Eight, members of your Arizona PBS station. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to Arizona Horizon. I'm Ted Simons. The percentage of underwater homes in Arizona is down big time over the past year. A home is considered underwater when its mortgage exceeds the home's current value. Here to talk about this and other trends in the housing market is Mike Orr, director of ASU's Real Estate Center. And also here is Christina Hansen, who covers real estate for the Phoenix Business Journal. Good to have you both here. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Let's talk about, we'll go underwater first, and then we'll get out of the pool and start talking about the whole market in general here. But these underwater homes, that is a pretty big drop-off, isn't it?
It is, and it's due to the prices, the values going up quite dramatically over the last 2 years, about 25% in the first year between September 2011 and 2012, and then just over 20% in the last 12 months. So.
Are those prices going to stay like that, or what's happening there?
I think we're not going to see quite that fast an appreciation, but there's still upward pressure on prices right now.
The impact of foreclosures, the impact of short sales, what are you seeing out there as far as getting these people out from underwater?
You know, that's kind of a challenging question because, you know, when we talk about underwater homes, that's kind of a tricky number to really put your hands around because, the underwater rate is just largely based on, what the value of your home is currently versus how much you paid for it. And, the current value of your home is subjective and it fluctuates all the time. And so, a lot of these companies that come out with these numbers that are talking about these, these underwater rates, so they basically have their own personal formulas that they use to kind of plug in a bunch of information on your home, and then they'll put it into some, software database and purge out a number. And, the accuracy can really vary widely depending on the time of year and what market you're in and what neighborhood you're in and all sorts of things too. So just have to kind of keep that in mind.
But these are encouraging numbers. There's some skepticism, but mostly encouragement.
Yeah, they're a good barometer. You have to take them with a grain of salt too and understand really how they're gathering the information, because it's one of those. Underwater rate is really one of those things that is such a subjective figure that you really have no idea truly what the underwater rate is.
So with that in mind, is this particular bit of information, what do we how do we moving goalposts here? How do we take this information?
Well, I think on any particular house, if you look at it, first of all, it's questionable if anybody knows what its value is until it actually sells.
Indeed.
But we know the assessor establishes value in order to charge tax on it. And part of the good news, I think, from the county's point of view and the state's point of view is we can expect those valuations to go up quite a lot over the next 2 years because the prices have moved so much. In fact, I just did a very rough calculation. I think in the county of Maricopa, the value of all the homes has gone up by a total of about $80 billion in the last 2 years.
So with that in mind, and you kind of referred to this earlier, it sounds like folks are sticking it out a little bit, and that helps with this underwater number.
Yeah, I think if you're underwater and it's getting worse, then you're more likely to say, well, let's get out from under this obligation, let's do a short sale, or even let it go to foreclosure. But if prices are going up, you feel a little less underwater every week that goes past, then you're more likely to say, well, let's stick it out. Maybe it'll take a few years, but we'll eventually have some equity in this house. And prices have moved a lot, but they still have to move a long way to get back to where they were in 2006. In Arizona, as a whole, 48%. They have to go up by 48% to get back to 2006. In Phoenix, 60%. So those are big jumps.
Yeah, and that's not going to happen anytime soon.
So we're not going to get to zero underwater for quite a while.
Right. But with that in mind, an overview now, the state of the housing market here in the Valley. Let's stick with the Phoenix area for numbers purposes here. Getting better, getting stronger, fewer foreclosures. What are you seeing out there?
Foreclosures are definitely down. The last numbers I heard from Michael over here, he was quoting about 61% year over year. The inventory right now is actually the most challenging aspect of the market right now. the improvements that we have seen in the number of homes for sale have been in the middle market, but what's really the most hampered are the homes in, priced below 200 or 150,000. And, there's a huge, discrepancy between like buyers and sellers. There's way more buyers than there are sellers right now.
For that under 200?
Right. I mean, there are generally, for the most part, too. The luxury home market seems to be okay, but middle is still a little bit imbalanced, but I mean, we're seeing a huge imbalance in the lower ranges.
That inventory problem, is that something that, how do you fix something like that? How does that reverse itself?
At the low end, I'm not seeing any sort of significant solution until all of those rentals that have been created out of the bank-owned homes and the foreclosures, if they start seeing higher vacancy rates, then the investors will start selling those back for ownership. But at the moment, they're holding on to them because they've got tenants in them and they're making money. The place where things are easier for buyers right now is sort of above 200,000 and up to about 500,000. Mainly because many of the buyers have really got a bit of fatigue right now with prices having gone up by 50%, with interest rates also going up. They're saying, well, maybe it's not such a good idea. So they're standing on the sidelines now.
What are we seeing as far as lenders are concerned? Are things loosening up a bit there, or is it still kind of tough to get a mortgage these days?
Well, it's still really tough. I went through it myself just recently, actually. Before the downturn, the saying was, if you breathed, you got a loan, and now it kind of felt like I had to give the rights to my first and second born child when I was signing away the documents at the loan company. It was interesting. But that's another one of the challenges for first-time home buyers right now. And for lower income buyers is not only do they have the supply constraints, they're just nothing to choose from, but then they're also having a hard time, getting loans, getting approved, even though, it's not just, proving. You have to have a really good credit score. You have to show, at least 2 years worth of time that you've worked in a specific industry. There's all other kinds of stuff. It's not, it's not just, you have to prove it now too.
You mentioned you went through the process recently.
Yeah.
We'd heard absolute horror stories of people trying to buy homes for themselves and finding out that investors and someone else, there was like a parade of folks in front of them all waving and jumping and shouting, having all sorts of bids going up. Did you see any of that?
Oh yeah, with every bid we put in, actually. Yeah, we bid against about 4 houses, and we had, competition with every one of them. We didn't really know who the other buyers were. We did know that we did lose. The homes that we did lose were pretty much the cash buyers. So that was definitely a challenge. But just because you're a cash buyer doesn't mean you're an investor, but still it was frustrating because we were offering the same amount of money. But there's a lot of people. We had friends of ours that looked for a home for well over a year, and they had to increase their overall budget in order to adjust themselves to get into a house.
Are those kinds of stories on the wane, or are we going to see those for a while?
I think they are on the wane, actually. The market is cooling off and heading a bit more towards normality. It's still a struggle at the lower price ranges, but definitely things are headed back to a more sedate pace. I think prices will go up a little bit more slowly. Buyers will get more respect from sellers. And there's a lot less cash, more finance transactions going on. And I think lenders are also going to be a little bit more lenient on the underwriting side. The refinancing business has really dried up with the higher rates. So there's incentive for them to lend to a larger group of people and maybe relax those restrictions a bit.
Before we go, we've talked about real estate here as if it's almost been in its own little cocoon, its own little bubble. It does not exist that way.
No.
And the economy overall, we just saw a slight uptick as far as unemployment rate is concerned. Seasonal averages there kind of make that a little bit iffy. But talk about the impact of jobs and the economy in general on the housing market.
I think it is very significant. We've had a lot of help in the initial stages of the recovery from investors and from people from out of state wanting to buy second homes. Now they've kind of done their bit, and as they fade into the background, normal homeowners need to sort of take up the slack. And if we're not getting jobs for those people, if the job situation is not improving, we will start to see a big slowdown in the pace of the recovery. I don't think we're going to see a turn down, but it'll be relatively slow compared with what we've just seen.
The impact of stagnant job growth and stagnant population growth on the housing market here in the Phoenix area. What are you seeing?
Stagnant population. Can you repeat your question?
Well, the idea that the fewer people are moving to Arizona,
right,
and fewer people seem to be getting work. Obviously, the economy is a big factor here. Is
right,
it as much of a factor as we think it is?
On the housing market?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say so. Just the construction industry, for example. I mean, that's really been struggling for workers when the downturn hit. A lot of, that was one of our biggest industries, and so many people, thousands and thousands of construction workers lost their jobs. They had to either leave the state completely, or they had to retire and find new careers, and now the industry's having a really hard time as the recovery is coming back. In the housing market, they're having a hard time finding, workers to build the homes. So that's just one example of how it impacts the
And real
market.
quickly, before we go, that new home market, how's that shaping up? Are builders out there building?
Well, they're building more than they did 2 years ago, but still only about a third of the number that they were building in the mid-90s. So, it's relatively low. And, if we did get a significant increase in population, then we'd be short of homes. So, at the moment, they're not struggling because there's a limited population buying and a limited number of people moving into the state right now.
All right, good information. Good to have you both here. Thanks for joining us. Tonight's Focus on Arizona Technology and Innovation looks at a Chandler-based company helping businesses create mobile apps. Apps Freedom has ready-to-use templates and a mobile application development platform to help companies develop their own secure mobile apps. Joining us now is Whitey Iyer. He is the Chief Executive Officer of Apps Freedom. Good to see you here.
Thank you, Ted.
I sounded like I knew what I was talking about here. Please do a better job. What does Apps Freedom do?
So we enable employees of any organization to do their job on a smartphone or tablet without having to switch on their computer. So in other words, anything anyone can do in their 8-to-5 job in an office in front of a computer can now be done on their smartphone or tablet anytime, anywhere, and any place.
Does this involve the cloud?
It absolutely involves the cloud. So we are a cloud-based platform. It's a complete mobile platform which is all built on the cloud. And what we do is we connect to these large enterprise systems. So if you think about it, companies locally like your Avnet, Intel, Honeywell, American Express, they all have systems, inventory management, sales, marketing. I mean, these are very sophisticated systems deployed 10, 20, 30 years ago. And at that time, we never had any smartphones or tablets, right? They're very complex. So what we do is our platform connects to their systems on one end and then connects to the employee's smartphone and tablet on the other end and let the employee do the job.
Okay, I can see security questions here. How secure can this be, especially when when you're that close to the business side of things?
Yes, security is a big concern in this area, and that is what we do best. That's our sweet spot. So I make it sound simple in terms of connecting, but that really is a lot of security layers inside. It's all encrypted. It's role-based. In other words, it knows which employee is coming in. If it is a salesperson, he would see the sales-related apps versus a procurement versus an executive versus an inventory management. So it's totally secure.
Interesting. Okay, what is the difference between a Freedom app and an app template, or is there a difference?
So there is really two components, two basic parts to this whole thing. One is what is called as the Freedom platform. That really is the core platform. That is the cloud platform. It connects to the enterprise systems and connects to the tablet. Now, on top of this platform, there are templates built for certain business functions.
Okay.
We have the sales freedom and we have the operations freedom. Those are the app templates. Now, the reason we did that is we have a very unique feature which is unlike anybody else in the industry. We can mobile enable a company in 2 to 4 weeks, which is amazingly fast. And the reason we do that is, one, it's a cloud-based model, and second, we have this app templates built for a specific business function. So a company could come to us and say, I want to enable my salespeople, 100, 200, 500, whatever number it is, and we could actually have them up and running in about 2 to 4 weeks. And that's because we have this platform and the templates built on top of it.
So Freedom Apps is kind of the chassis, and the templates are what you put onto the chassis.
Correct.
Okay.
The templates are really the apps itself.
Yes.
That sits on the device.
I read that the app is pre-integrated into SAP.
Yes.
Please.
Okay. So SAP is one of the largest enterprise software in the world. I mean, they really are. Most of the Fortune 500, 95%, some large number uses SAP in the 90s range. And what we do is these app templates are not just the look and feel and the design and all of those things. They are pre-integrated. So that means all the integration rules, the business rules, the security, the roles, the authorizations is all built in. And that's why we have the 2 to 4 week value proposition.
I see. As far as the information, it sounds to me, I could be wrong here, but no information is actually stored on the device, correct?
Yes. So that is one of the options where what we call as a real-time app, where the information is not stored in the device. Some companies may want an offline capability where you could actually store the data in the device. But what is unique about us is, since you asked about the cloud, we do something called as a transient cloud model. What it means is we don't store the business data in the cloud. It goes back to the security aspect. We are like the FedEx or UPS. We just pass the packages here and there really fast. There is no business data stored in the cloud. It is either stored in the device, which is an employee device, or stored in the company's servers within the firewall.
Okay, because my impression was that it wasn't stored in the device, and that helped the security aspects of it. But you say some of the devices can store some information.
Yes, and that really depends on the use case, on the business. If they have a secure device, then they would store the data. If it's not secure device, if it's not a company-owned device, they may not want to store the data.
Can you, if you want to, store all this stuff on the cloud?
We don't support that model. We absolutely say we are not going to store in the cloud. You keep it within the firewall. And that's what companies like. They are always afraid about somebody else storing the data. And in our model, we just don't do that.
So what kind of companies are showing interest in this so far?
Our target market is really the large companies, global companies, the size of the Intels and Avnets and over here, where you have thousands of employees, global systems, very sophisticated systems, and mobile enabling employees is a huge factor over there. So if you think about it, if you mobile enable an employee, you can actually add 1 hour of productivity per day. So if you think about the number of employees in Arizona, in companies across America, think about the business productivity you could gain, right? That's tremendous. And what personally excites me is from a personal aspect, from a social side, I can go to my kid's soccer game and I can watch TV and I can still do my work on the side without switching on my laptop for 10 minutes.
And that's appreciably different than what's available now, because everything moves so fast. Is this not available now, or is this available?
It is not available at the price factor, at the speed at which we deploy, and the ease at which we do it. Using Apps Freedom, an employee could literally click on an app and he's in. Unlike most companies where you have to switch on, even if you're working from home, you have to switch on a laptop, 10 minutes, boot up time, VPN. It's a long time to get 2 minutes of job done.
Last question. You're based in Chandler.
Absolutely.
Why?
I like Chandler. No, Chandler is a good place. We are based out of the Innovations Center in Chandler. It's been a great facility for us. Nice visibility. We got the Arizona Innovations Award as well, which was pretty significant for us. The Chandler Innovation Center, was a perfect place for us given where we are and the size we are.
Well, very good. Whitey, congratulations on your success, continued success. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Ted.
Get the inside scoop on what's happening at Arizona PBS. Become an 8 Insider. You'll receive weekly updates on the most anticipated upcoming programs and events. Get the 8 Insider delivered to your email inbox. Visit azpbs.org to sign up today.
Imagine combining your favorite kinds of music and spoken words to create a new art form. That's what 2 Arizona-based opera singers have done. They even trademarked a new word to describe it. Reporter Lori Allen and photographer Steve Snow tell us more about jazzopatry.
At the Arizona Opera Center, beautiful sounds emanate from Earl Hazel.
My home is over Jordan. Yes, we'll gather by the river.
Hazel and his wife Alexis are members of the company here.
The beautiful river.
In their spare time, Alexis and Earl are entrepreneurial artists, working to sell a new kind of entertainment that combines opera, jazz, and poetry, or jazzopatry.
The idea was basically in me. I couldn't figure out how to coalesce all of the various influences that I've had over my artistic life. Growing up with jazz and discovering opera, like I mentioned, my father was also an amateur poet. And his exposure to me of the black arts movement in New York with Amiri Baraka and Sekou Sundiata and some magnificent poets at the time touched my soul in ways that had never left me.
So when he'd write poems on opera tours, friends encouraged Earl to take the next step.
I thought it is actually possible for me to combine the 3 things that I love the most artistically.
When Alexis was introduced to the concept, it was as if Earl put a name on the very dream she'd always had.
If you look back to my high school yearbook, the quote one of my quotes that I put was actually one of my future goals was to open the hearts of people to jazz and opera. And I think I can't believe that I've met this man who has this vision of putting the 2 of them together, and this is something that I've always, not had words for, but wanted to be able to do both of these things.
So jazzopatry might be a jazz standard sung classically. Or an opera aria with a jazz progression.
There's always that little 5-year-old in me that wants to say, I hope you like it, I hope you like it, I hope you like it.
And I thought, good grief, this is amazing. People are going to eat this up. That fly really liked it too.
The Hazels say Arizona audiences have been receptive to jazzopatry.
We come out and we do what we love to do, and then we say, how was that? And 5 minutes after the standing ovation's over, then we've got all these new friends.
Arizona is a great place to start new things. And so me being here to do my doctorate just happened to have us be here, but it just turns out to be a really great place to get our own artistic endeavors going. It's a really great incubator state.
Find out more about this innovative couple, and for details on their next performance, check out their website at jazzopatry.com. Thursday on Arizona Horizon, we'll check out a new book that looks at Phoenix history from a unique angle, and we'll see how a state lawmaker handled a challenge to live only on what food stamp recipients are given. That's at 5:30 and 10 on the next Arizona Horizon. That is it for now. I'm Ted Simons. Thank you so much for joining us. You have a great evening.
Arizona Horizon is made possible by contributions from the Friends of Eight, members of your Arizona PBS station. Thank you.